Hi everybody, Jessie here from jessiebanks.com and welcome back to another Copic coloring video. This one I'm coloring Art Ninja by Bloobel. I'm gonna go with that. I'm not 100% sure how to paint it, but I love this little Art Ninja. He's so cute with his little paint splots all over his outfit and his paintbrush that's gigantic. I think he's absolutely darling. So I'm starting off with my skin tone and I'm going in with E04 to drop in my darkest shadows, so anywhere where the clothing folds over the skin and where the shadows would be cast based upon the light source, which is loosely in the top right hand corner. I had to think about that for a second. So we're just blocking all of that in. There's not a lot of skin on him because he is wearing his mask. Oh, I'm out of screen there for his ear. I apologize for that. There's not a lot of skin because he does have like a full mask on because, you know, he's a ninja, which is absolutely hilarious. I'm so ecstatic with this image. So now we go in with E13, and again, as always, I color over top of my darkest colors, blending it out slightly into the white area. By going over top of those darker colors, you're working on blending them together instead of laying them side by side. The longer you wait in between adding your colors over top, the harder it is to blend, so the longer it's going to take. If you do find that you're slow at coloring and you've just begun, do it section by section. Sorry about the shaking. My son was jumping on the floor, and I didn't realize it until after the fact that it was shaking the camera. Should have known that. So yeah, so if you don't find that you're fast enough, I would just do like the piece inside of his face mask first, and then his ears, and then one foot, and then the other foot. It's not a race to color it. You're supposed to enjoy it. Take your time and have some fun. So E11, and again, I'm going all the way back over top of that E04 and the E13 and blending it out. I'm not just going over the last color, I'm going over top of all of it. I'm trying to get those colors to have a seamless blend between them. The benefit of it being a little bit of skin, it doesn't take long to color it in. So now we're going E21, and again, I'm just following the same process over and over again. And if I keep saying it, I'm going to sound repetitive and boring. So this is one of my standard skin tones. I do at times change out the E50 one and the E50 for E00 and E000. It all depends on my mood. They both look fantastic. I enjoy them both. I really need to start playing with other skin tones because I just grabbed these ones out of habit. Because they're easy and I know they work well. But he's absolutely darling. I will have the link in the description box below as to where you can pick up this image. So I've been doing lots more videos lately. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I've been doing lots of videos. I've been recording absolutely everything that I'm coloring. And I have, I think, 5 or 6 more on reserve yet to come. So I hope you guys are enjoying them and that I'm not over bombarding you with videos. I am only uploading at max 1 per day, 1 every other day, kind of a thing like that, because I don't want to upload like 4 or 5 videos in a day and drown you guys in my ridiculous blathering, talking, rambling, depending on what you want to call it. So I hope you're enjoying them. So I'm going in with BV29. I really enjoy this for a gray tone. It has that purpley undertone. And I'm doing his mask in it. So anywhere where that headband folds over is getting a dark shadow. Where the paint splots are on top of it would cast a shadow. So that's kind of what I'm after here. And I'm just laying it in very, very thinly. I am going for a lighter look on his outfit. So I'm not putting in a whole ton of the darkest color. But where the artist has drawn the lines on his mask, where his mask folds, that kind of stuff. There's lots of clues as to where your dark and your light points should be on this image, so that's awesome. Makes it a little bit easier to color. I have sped this video up to 3 times its original speed, so it took me roughly 45 minutes to color this video, give or take a little bit. 42 minutes, something like that. I think that's the math. So it wasn't a super long one to color by any means. There's lots of big space to color in where you can play with your shadows and your shading and get lots of dimension and dark and light variations on this image. So then we come in with BV25 and slowly blend it out. It's the same process as the skin color. The only time anything kind of changes a little bit is when I start coloring in the paint spots themselves. You'll see that when we get to it here in a few minutes. So it's just creating shadows to help give where the paint spots are in the string and all of that, the illusion of it being 3D and kind of popped up off of the fabric, like it's sitting on top, not just soaked in and absolutely flat. So I've got a couple Greening Farm ones coming up soon. What else do I have coming up? Some Little Darling Rubber Stamp stuff. Some Moe's Digital Pencil. And I'm not sure what else is on my SD card offhand. I've taken all of the colored images downstairs to make them into cards. This one I haven't put on a card. I'm not sure I'm going to. I just thoroughly enjoyed coloring him. Well, you can see my board got pushed ahead on me there. I sit on my couch and color, so I'm recording these from my couch in my living room. So lots of fun images coming. Lots of different mediums. Inktense pencils. I'm going to record my first one with pastel pencils here probably tomorrow after work. So that'll be fun and exciting. Again, more colored pencil work and stuff like that. All the usual, because I color with everything under the sun, because I'm ridiculous like that. So I'm kind of off screen here again. I must have moved a little bit while I was filming, not sitting exactly where I usually do, so it kind of threw everything off just slightly. And if you do notice changes in the lighting, the sun was going behind clouds and coming out from behind clouds. I do have daylight bulbs in my living room that I turn on when I film for YouTube, but sometimes I notice the lighting difference. I'm not sure how much it picks up on camera. It's hard for me to tell right now on the tiny little screen I'm looking at while I'm voicing this over, so. And then BV20 to blend it all out, and that's his suit. Yay! Then I've got the E70 series to do the handle of the paintbrush. I do try and remember to always put those caps down beside the image. I'm getting better at it. I used to forget sometimes because when I color and I'm not filming, I hold them in my hand. So I find if I try and film everything, I break that habit really fast. Then I used YR24, Y17, Y15, and Y11, I do believe, or Y13, to make the ferrule here look kind of gold-esque, gold-ish, something like that. Then I'm coming in with the BV09, 07, 05, 02, and 01 family to do what's that thing that they wrap around their head? It's not like a bandana, but it's, anyway, whatever, that rope that the ninjas have around their head. And his gloves are going to be that color too. I can't for the life of me think of what that's called. Oh my goodness. It'll come to me maybe eventually. But so I'm doing that piece around his head. Maybe it is called a bandana. I don't know. And his gloves in those colors. I really like this teal combination. It's one of the newer marker combinations I've picked up. So just slowly working that and blending it out. This guy has lots of space on him to work with here. Even on his fingers and stuff, there's lots of room to work with your shading and your blending, and it's just fun. I had a blast coloring this. I have a couple more videos of her images coming up this week and next week. At least one more for sure. I want to make his eyes this color as well. Sorry about that. That was my phone. Message on Facebook. So yeah, now we're just doing the BG02 and then 01, and that part is finished. And then we get to play with the paint slots. And I had fun with these. Oh no, I think I do his toes first because I realized that I didn't color his toes in. And his pupils because it was driving me crazy that they were white. So I just went in with my 110 marker and I left just a little white highlight. I know my hand's kind of in the way, but I was using the very tip of the marker, so it was really hard to keep it out of the way. So I used the RV 39, 37, 35, 32, and 30 for the red-pink kind of spots. Now when I did these, what I did was I put my darkest color slightly inside of the artist drawn line, just to give it kind of that 3D-esque effect. So when I get down to my lightest color, that's when I do the complete outside closest to where the artist drawn black lines are. I like the way that looks. I do it a lot, but I really enjoy the look of it on things like this. But he looks so much more non-alien once I put in his black pupils, because he was starting to bother me, staring up at me, and he had like white pupils, and it was just kind of creepy. See, so now I'll come in with that 32, and I'll go all the way around the outside. I just think it kind of makes it look more liquidy. And now I'm going to do up his toes with E51 and E50. I didn't want to give him painted toenails because I'm coloring it like he's a boy. I'm thinking he's a boy, so yeah. He could be a girl. You could color him as a girl, most definitely. I just chose not to. So when I do my purple with my V09, 06, 05, and 01, I do it with the exact same style that I did that ready color with. And then as I'm coloring his paintbrush, I'm doing it like I would do hair. I'm putting in strands and streaks along following the artist drawn lines instead of just being smoothly blended. Because that's his ninja weapon. Which is still hilarious and awesome. My pink glasses are getting in the way. Like I said, I must have moved my camera for this one. Again. And then all that's left to do is go in and color his hair once I finish this. And I did his hair using E40s, and I think I just used 41, 42, 43, and 44. And I really didn't have to put that many colors in there. I probably really should have just used like 43 and 44 or 42 and 44, but I had them out, so I just kind of went through them, and I wasn't sure how dark I wanted it to go, so I was like, well, I could stop like at 42 or 43 if I want, but I wanted that little bit darker color, so I ended up going all the way to the 44. And there you have it. That'll be the end of this image, I do believe. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, please don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Oh, look at that. Not bye for now. I did go in with my black colored pencil and add some darkness to the shading after. But yeah, so you guys can watch that, and I will see you guys next time. Sorry about that. Bye.